Alright, I think I'm back. I changed the music though. Alright. Hopefully my connection should be better now. OBS is saying it's green, so I think I'm good. Anyways, back to making the game. So the player needs to be able to fall now. So and it needs to have velocity in both axes. So where's the player? Oh, here it is. Player velocity 0, 0. The player velocity 1 needs to be able to increase, so equals minimum of I'm gonna say 2 is the max vertical speed. Player velocity 1 plus 0.1. And then player position equals, or position 0 plus equals player velocity 0. And then do the same for 1. Hello. Do I make Android games now? And I can see it falling. So it's going to need to fall faster than that. So I'm going to increase the limits here. I'm going to say 3.5. That should be fine. So now I need to make it so the player can collide with the lines. I need to come up with an algorithm for that though. So I think I can mathematically check which side of the line I'm on. Trying to remember how you do that. I don't know why I don't remember. One option is, I think I can do it all with a, I know how to do it with trig. Because in theory you can just rotate one of the lines that's horizontal and then you just check it on the axis. It's not the fastest, but it'll work. What are my other options? Okay, I'm just gonna, thinking I'm gonna Google it. One of the other ways is to calculate the perpendicular line from the point where the player is to the line I'm testing collisions with, and then I can see where I am on that line relative to the point where those lines intersect. Yeah, I'm just gonna Google this one. Okay. So Stack Overflow has an answer for this. Okay, so ABAM. Wait, what? What is this notation? Oh, I think I see. So line A and line B. What is it? What are Y and X? The capital ones. Oh. Duh. It's still part of the point. So I need to ignore our function first because I'm gonna have to do it twice. I need to check which side it ends up on. Anyway, so check line sides equals. I need to return an array. Or wait, lines for line, or I need my point in lines. Print it's going to be the difference of the x on the points. So it's going to be line 0, 0 minus line 1, 0 by 0.1 minus line 0, 1 minus line 1, 1 minus line 1, wait, no, 0, 1 by 0.0 minus line 0, 0. Apparently that's how you do it. Let's see what I get. So I want to call this function with the platforms with the player's position, so player position. I just want to see so positive, negative. So now I need to be able to track when it switches. So I'm going to return the status of all lines. So line status equals a list, and then status equals that. Or I'm going to do line status dot append those variables. Line status dot append. Return line status. Okay, so yeah, I'm checking before and after the movement to see if I crossed a line. So line locations equals that. And then line locations post equals that again. So now I forgot to apply scroll in here. This is important. Or actually no, I just need to render particles with the scroll, so never mind, I'm good. So for distance, or not distance, side in line locations, I'm gonna need to do an enumerate so I can get the index of the second one. Enumerate. If side does not equal line location post, I print change side on line on, I should do this, comma I, and I'm going to do comma side. Okay, there's a lot of messages here. One moment. What is the Alka Jam? It's a game jam. What game are you making? It's going to be kind of like Doodle Jump, but not. What happened to my last stream? Connection issues. So is it not on itch.io? Well, I mean, I'll release the game there. But what are you guys talking about? Oh, it's a game jam on itch.io. I think it was posted there, but it's hosted on its own website. Wait, you're watching the Camellia, what was it? The premiere of the new, I think the Deltarune remix, Rootbuster. I wanted to see it, but in the middle of a game jam. Okay, so line location post is not defined. Oh, I missed an S. Oh, I need to get the sign. So to get the sign, can you? I feel like there's a really easy way to do this. Whatever, I'll do it the questionable way. Stream disconnected again. What? I don't know what's going on. I might have, like, if this keeps up, I'm gonna just stop streaming because my internet's so bad. Which would be unfortunate, but... Well, this game's kind of a platformer, but you don't control the supposed player. Actually, I wouldn't call it the player, really. Because it's more like a ball you're bouncing around. You control lines, the platforms. So if sign of side and then the sign of line locations. Sign. Boop. Okay. And then I'm going to return the sign of the side. Boop. I'm curious how this turns out in relative to other lines. So I'm going to slow down the player a lot. I'm going to change that to 0.5. Boop. Okay, wait. Wait, that timing doesn't... I'm a little bit concerned about that. It seems a little bit off in terms of the calculation. Wait, didn't catch it. What? How did I not catch that one? Uh-oh. This algorithm I'm using may be bad. Do the points need to be ordered? So yeah, I might just sort these points into a specific order here. 'Cause that seems to be the issue. What happens if I just call sort on it? That'll put sorted by X. Looking at this algorithm, it looks like Yeah, I'm just gonna call a dot square on it when I append. Line equals that. Line dot sort. Let's see if it always works now. So wait, what was that? That's some... Did I get the thing wrong? I just want to line up. I'm gonna pull up that Stack Overflow article again. Let's see, okay. Line... Oh, I did my line 0 minus 1, not 1 minus 0. Times the y of the point. This is minus y-axis of 1, 1 y 0 y times x minus, okay, 0x. Let's try that again. Boop. I think this one's working now. Does it always say -1 when it goes down? If that's the case, then I can use that. Okay. So I'm going to turn up the velocity again. And then if sine of side is -1, then it'll bounce. So player position, well, no, player velocity 1 equals -4. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, so that's working. It's hard to see it though, because, yeah, let's try 8. It's gonna bounce high. Boop, boop. There we go. Now it's bouncing. So now I want to get the angle of the line it collides with. So that's just going to be the slope. Or I just got to get the angle from one point to another, and then get the perpendicular line, or the normal if you're looking at physics, I believe, and then bounce it across that angle. I think that's how I gotta do it. So angle equals, it's gonna be the math.atan2. Gonna import math from y, which is going to be line locations post I minus, well, 1 minus line locations, or I 1, and then I can do the same thing for x. I need to print math.degrees angle. I want to see what the angle is. Yeah, I keep writing pose instead of post. Boop. Float is not. What did I do wrong here? Oh, those are not the actual Oh, I need the actual line. Duh. So, platforms, I believe. Platforms. All this is gonna be platforms. And then I have to add the index of the points, which is gonna be I from point, let's do point 1 to point 0 because it's sorted a specific way. So the degrees is, okay, so the angle of the first line is 0 degrees, which is from left to right. That makes sense. So what's this one? So that one's 20 degrees, it's saying. So it depends on how you calculate it, I guess. I guess that's 20 degrees. Eh. What's that one? That one is negative 30. So it looks like it always goes from right to left. I mean, left to right. Which is good. So the normal is going to be minus 90 degrees. So normal equals angle minus math.pi by 0.5. Because there's 2 pi in a circle. And then player velocity 0 plus equals math dot cosine of the normal by the player bounce force. And do that with 1 and sine. So the player bounce force is going to be player bounce force equals, let's do 6. Or no, 8's fine, I think. Boop. So that's not bouncing very hard. Hold on. That's not coming up right. I don't need that print message anymore. I think that's working properly. So print math.degrees normal. So yeah, it's saying negative 90 degrees, which is accurate. And the sine of negative degrees is negative 8. Or is negative, was 1. Wait, there. Wait, no, it is negative 1. So, higher velocity 1. Let's see what it's saying. Why is it 4.5? That's not how math works. Wait. Math dot sine normal. Boop, boop. It's negative 1. Bounce force is, did I say 4.5 or 8? Why is it setting it to, okay. Oh, it's because it's plus equals, it's not setting it. Duh. Wee, that's gonna be better. So now in theory, boop. Okay, that's working. Bounce it over. Now that's just the angle of the line. Actually, technically, if you think about it, the bounce angle should be reflected across the normal, not just straight in the direction of the normal. So I would like to do that. Wait, why did it... Oh, I also forgot to do the... Yeah, that's gonna be a thing. I need to make sure that it's within the range of the line segment. Oops. I'm trying to think of how I would do that. I can take the perpendicular I can take it perpendicular, see where it crosses the point, and then check what was it saying? I can't remember. I've been staring at this bouncing thing. I'm just gonna ask Stack Overflow again because my mind's not in a place for math right now. How to tell if a line crosses a line segment. There we go. I know I've done this math before. I had to do it for my Raycaster. I just don't remember how to do it. Two line segments intersect. That would technically do it. This is a long article, so I'm not going to use that one. Determine if a line segment intersects with a circle. How to know if a line intersects a plane. It's one dimension too many. Tell me whether a line segment intersects with a sphere. Come on. All right. See, wait, hold on. I think I got a function for this. I just have to find my Raycaster. How am I doing? Fine. Busy with Game Jam. Where did I put my Raycaster? I don't remember. Did I put it in, learning? Shadows? Aha! Oh, okay. Here, this is literally the script. And then there's this one, which is raycasting. 2 points, checking for collisions. Also, you can see the FPS is abysmal, but it works. Anyways, what is this one? Do I have a function for it? Parametric collision. Yes. So are the lines 2 points? It looks like it. So if I just draw I guess a line in the direction of movement. Well, yeah, I can just use this instead of the other thing I just wrote. So I just draw a line in the direction of movement, like where I've moved, and if there's a collision, I bounce. I do need to get the type of collision, or I could use both. Actually, the other algorithm is probably faster, so I'm going to use both, and I'm going to use the parametric one if it detects a collision with the other one. So I'm going to have to print out this. So the line I'm going to use is going to be based on the movement. Great. So start position equals player position dot copy. What is this game jam game? It's going to be Doodle Jump, but special. Okay, so I need to make a line from the start position to the current position. And then the line that I'm colliding with, so that's easy enough. So platforms I, and then it's gonna be start position, player position, and just print the output. Boop. Does it not like my... Does it not like my map? Did I get the arguments wrong? I probably got the arguments wrong. Line 192. Well, I can open up the other one and just print it out. Print line 1, line 2. Maybe it's in a different form. What is this? What am I looking at? This is... What is this form? So... Is this... point... slope length? Come on. What's up with that form? Wait, did I do that because... I don't know if I have to do that. Or maybe I do have to do that. Yeah, I do have to do that. So, gotta convert the form. Yay. What's the error? There is no... Oh, that is... Yeah, there is an error. It's just my lines are not in the proper format. I was trying to pass it as point to point instead of point, angle, length. It's like a vector with a starting point and the length. Or wait, yeah. I'm just gonna write a convert line function. Def convert line P1, P2. I'm really hacking this together to just get something that works with this function that already exists. Actually, I'm just gonna put in line as the argument, and I'll get the points from that. So P1 equals line 0, P2 equals line 1. So the start point is going to be line, well, or P1 0. Yeah, P1 0, P2 0. The angle will be... How did I calculate this before? That's definitely some trig going on there. I think there's a better way to calculate it, but I don't remember how. I'm just gonna... Wait, is that actually an angle? I'm not sure that's... Oh, yeah it is, because that's just the first line. So the angle is going to be... I'm just going to do some trig again. Math.atan 2 P2 1 minus P1 1 P2 0 minus P1 0. Start equals, wait no, angle equals math dot cosine angle, math dot sine angle, length equals math dot square root of, wait, am I doing this right? Yeah. So P1, I'm just going to do this x equals P, this, because I'm going to need this value twice. This y equals that, but zeros. This x, this y, this x squared plus this y squared. Print. Okay, I'm just gonna trust this works. Return convert line. Oh, wait, no. Return. It's gonna be start angle length. So now I do convert line on this. Convert line. It didn't want to take my synthesis. Okay. False. That's not good. That should have been true. Or non-zero value or some, I don't know. Time to print out convert line. Let's see. So print convert line. Let's do from 0, 0 to 1, 1. This should be easy enough. Oh, I need another list. Why is the start position? What? Oh, oops. Start position needs to be that. Angle looks good, length looks good. Let's see if, still saying false, come on. I'm thinking I'm just gonna draw the line of movement, maybe. I'm stuck. Come on. Alternatively, I can ensure that these lines are coming out properly. Because I know it does work. Possibly. Oh yeah, I do need to update the stream link in Discord. One moment. Alright, so what could be going wrong here? Let's start with going -1, seeing what it outputs. So the angle still looks right. -2. Yeah, that looks right too. I don't see what's wrong with these lines. And I know this function works because I can see it working in the other one. So I must be getting something wrong. I'm just gonna observe my output. Okay, so ooh, wait. So that actually that's the one I started at. Why is it... It's possible it just doesn't think it crossed the line. In which case, there's not much I can do about that. Okay, here, let's do the math by hand. Wait, what is up with that? Wait, why are there 3 lines of output? There's only 2 print statements. Am I, is there print in one of these? Oh, that's just from the convert line, okay. Why are these, like... Oh, those are just positions. I want to run convert line to... Maybe? Well, actually, no, I wanted to see if this actually crosses the line. This isn't a simple enough line, it's just a straight line. And visually you can see it crosses the line because it goes from 398 to 402.1. So time to print the convert line of the start position. Oh wait, no, it's the start position and the player position. At this rate, I'm going to spend all my time on math. So this is the convert line part. So the angle is basically straight down. There's just some rounding issues. With a length of 3.5. Why is it in... What? So what's the convert line of this then? Or wait, of the platform. Platform I. Why didn't it? Platforms I, that's the issue. Oop. So we've got, this is the movement. Once again, you can see mathematically it crosses the point. This one's straight to the right from there to, yeah. What? Okay, you know, I'm gonna put these numbers into this other one and see what happens. Take out those, and then I can put in... Oh my goodness, I have a function already. How did I miss that? I probably just... What did I wrote pretty much the same thing. Well, no, it's convert parametric. Not gonna. Wait, what? Oh, I'm gonna take out these. Let's see. Where am I still? Oh. It's still saying false. Excuse me. I think I'm getting the same output. Weird. Let's see. So we've got it definitely crossing. Yeah, this is the same output. Time to put the lines into here. So we've got this line. And this line. Wait a second. It's saying it doesn't cross. Excuse me? Is this like a rounding issue, or... I'm hoping it's not. Because rounding issues are hard to deal with. What am I trying to solve? I'm trying to do line collisions for physics. At no point does it think it crosses that line. What? What? Excuse me. Let's try line 0. Oh. I think if you have an angle of... if you got a straight angle, it doesn't work. That's frustrating. What happens if the other line isn't entirely straight? What if I do 400 here instead of 399? So straight vertical lines don't work. Is there division in here? I feel like there's division in here. Aha. Aha. Line 10. What? Oh, and then there's this division. Ooh. That's rough. So what I'm gonna do... I'm gonna cheese it. If player velocity 0 is 0, player velocity 0 equals 0.001. 01. Does that fix it? And wait, it quieted the first time. Boop. Boop. Why is it false the second time? What? Oh, why is it switching to false now? Wait, so false happens when... Oh, I do have a check in here to see if it's 0. Return... I'm gonna just return true so I know if it's because it's 0. So it just thinks it's outside of the line. What? How does that happen? Why is this so hard? uh... Yeah, get it the first time. So I might want to consider using a different algorithm for determining if... I mean, I guess I have to use this one. You know, let's try this. Endpoint equals... And then I dump this in here. Don't do assignment, just that. By 2. 1.5. Nah, it's probably not gonna work. Well, this bug's a math one, which is the worst kind of one. It's not like a strict logical error. I mean, I guess it is on a fundamental level, but it's not like game logic. Kinda, I don't know. I'm trying to think if I can come up with the better way. Oh yeah, I can do the trig method. Or the perpendicular line strategy. So on every line, I need to be able to find the perpendicular line that... I feel like I need to pull out a piece of paper for this. I did this in... Like, I learned about this, and I think I've used it some places. Okay, I'm just gonna pull it out of MS Paint. So I think there's a way that you can take a line and see, like, the idea is that the reason why people usually do this is because you want to find the point on a line that's closest to another point, but that point is always perpendicular to the point, well, the other point. So if you take that line, you can tell where you crossed, I think, or an estimation. It's a decent estimation. Someone's sending me a message on Discord. Come on. Alright, so I'm trying to remember the way you do this. I'm pretty sure I can Google this and find the equation. It really, like, the equations only need to be approximate, which is why this one might work. Because if you think about it, the perpendicular line isn't the best indicator, especially at high speeds. I feel like there's some cases where it's going to be really buggy. I'm like halfway considering stopping the stream right here so that I can like actually sit down and think about this hard, because it's hard to figure these things out while streaming. Well, yeah, that's what a perpendicular line, the gradient is the reciprocal. Well, I know what defines a perpendicular line. That's just the slope. It's a point thing. But yeah, I'm trying. I was thinking of using the nearest point on the line to determine it, but realistically, that doesn't do too well. At high speeds, you're gonna end up with a lot of weird cases. What I could do is process these collisions a bunch of times. Like every pixel the player moves, I process these collisions, and then I can do that other algorithm, the perpendicular one. Oh yeah, that is how you solve it. Okay. So where is my paint? So you get the other slope. So you're working in like point slope form at that point. And then yeah, it's point slope form. And then see if the point's inside the line, like the final point I get is inside the line. I can just create a bounding box based on the line, like a rectangular one. That's like really sketchy. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna take a lunch break and try to figure it out without streaming, because streaming makes it hard to think sometimes. So I'll probably start streaming in maybe an hour or so. Yeah, see you guys later.